I marked up your bottle.
That's all right. I don't care.
That's what she said.
I don't
This-
care.
Don't mind me.
Quit.
Sorry.
Boy, I almost said something really nasty.
They're back.
Coming to you almost live from the Beer to Whiskey pop-up studios on the taproom floor of Greenville Beer Exchange, or GBX as the cool kids sometimes call it, on the block and a half of South Lawrence Street in glorious downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this episode of It's Just Bourbon. And that's where I sit down with my good buddy here, who's trying my patience to the very extreme. Big John Richards, who's actually our beer whisperer slash certified cicerone. And we sit down, we grab a bourbon or whatever and sip it, talk about it.
Typically bourbon for It's Just Bourbon.
Stop interrupting me while I am interrupting you!
And having said all that, we're here with our good friend, Susie Barrows, who has given up an entire
At this
day.
point.
Slash certified sommelier.
Yes. That too.
Well, see, I did not know you had an actual
There we go.
certification. See, that's news to me. News to you. Write that down.
See? You got two professionals,
yes.
Russ and
Yes.
Susie.
So today, we are doing Col E.H. Taylor Small Batch Bottled and Bond Straight Kentucky Bourbon. And I have to say that I could not believe that we had not already featured that. We hadn't already featured it.
I can't
somehow.
either. Russ pulled this out of the bag. I was like, there's no way we
I
haven't done
couldn't.
E.H. Taylor.
I couldn't believe it.
And yet here we are.
So anyway, the distillery is Buffalo Trace, who I think is owned by Sazerac, if I'm not mistaken. The price, if you can find it, if you happen to stop by there and they've got it in the gift shop and they're selling it at their MSRP, it's around $40 a bottle. You'll probably pay twice that at retail in a liquor store somewhere. It's 100 proof because it's bottled in bond. Which means it's ABV 50%. Age, at least 4 years, again, because it's bottled in bond. And what bottled in bond means is it's got to be the product of a single distillation season, which is January to June or July to December. A single distillery. It must be aged at least 4 years in a federally bonded warehouse. And it's bottled at 100 proof, and its label must identify the distillery. That's what bottled in bond means. That's kind of it. A little bit of the backstory, because there always has to be a backstory with bourbon, right? Yeah. Colonel Edmund Haynes Taylor, born 1832, died in 1807, was the grandnephew of President Zachary Taylor. He purchased and upgraded the Old Fire Copper OFC distillery, which eventually evolved into Buffalo Trace. He introduced copper fermentation tanks and column stills. He introduced steamed heating in the rick houses in the aging process, which they still use, incidentally, by the way. He built the old Taylor Castle Distillery, which was updated and refurbished and is now the Castle and Key Distillery on McCracken Pike, right next to the distillery owned by my good buddy David Mayer, Glens Creek.
So,
Salute.
David Mayer.
Yes. And he was also instrumental in passing the Bottled and Bond Act of 1897 that standardized bourbon quality. I was going to tell you to pour the bourbon, but while I was talking to you guys, here it
As
is.
if by magic.
It's a miracle. This is a bourbon miracle.
It is. It's a bourbon miracle. Cheers. Thank you.
Text Miss Lily.
This thing smells like grilled cheese.
Sounds like this guy did a lot.
He did.
Influential
No,
things.
he did.
Well, you don't get to be called Colonel E.H. Taylor for nothing. Not in Kentucky, anyway.
Yeah, yeah. They
Colonel
just don't.
Sanders.
They just don't throw that around.
Exactly.
Listen. You smell something?
It smells like grilled cheese, which I think means it smells like grilled buttered bread to me, and not like the actual cheese. But that's all I can smell is when I stick a piece of buttered bread on a skillet, and it just starts to sizzle. That's what I smell out of this. Now I'm also now that I'm smelling it again, and all I've done is get my nose right here instead of anywhere down near the glass. So more of the toffee and caramel there too.
It is a big,
But
big toffee caramel.
the first thing that popped into my head was the smell of a grilled cheese sandwich when I first put it on a skillet.
It's like butter.
Yeah.
And you're
Like
sort of browning it,
caramel,
and then you
like
add
browning,
sugar.
like browning butter. Yeah,
right,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, now I'm smelling cinnamon.
Yep, I'll give you that.
Cool. Goodness gracious, there's a lot going on there. I should probably taste it, huh?
Yeah, it's all the baking cloves and
There's
cinnamon
cloves,
and
yep.
nutmeg.
Yeah, there's a lot of baking spice in there.
Ugh.
John, let me get you to pour a little bit
Ooh.
in this glass right here.
Yeah, that turned into pie crust. As soon as I tasted it, it turned right into pie crust.
Crap.
Is that for Devin?
Yeah. Let's catch him when he comes walking back down. This is a glass for the house.
Yeah, wait, you gotta.
For Mr.
Uh,
Devin Cox, who is gracious enough to allow us to do
Absolutely.
this in here.
Gotta respect.
Both.
Respect the house or something, both. Thank you for both. Oh, let's stop talking about that now. Man, it's still lingering pie crust with me, and you'll be unsurprised to learn, Russ, that it's apple pie.
What a shocker!
I get apples out of all of my bourbons.
Blueberry.
So it's not going to be blueberry.
Yes.
I was about.
Is it time?
Well done.
Time for that.
I was doing the same thing because I couldn't see it. It was behind my mic. I was like, "Where's the eyedropper?" Monsieur. Hey. Colonel E.H. Taylor, small batch.
Oh, lovely.
Bottle and bond. Cheers. Bro. Yeah. The nose is so good. Bang. There you go.
All that ringing is like in my ears.
All the ringing in
Oh
your
my
ears.
gosh.
Yes,
That ringing?
the glass
Oh, yes.
clinking.
Yeah. I can't wait to do that to mine as well.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
One. Oh, two.
Yeah, the change that makes
Three.
is crazy. Just 3 drops.
I love when people, do this and agree and understand what happens, how much it changes over 3 drops is insane.
What? That's crazy.
It brings
Oh, now
out
it's-
more spice.
So I thought it brought out more butterscotch to me, at least on the nose.
I just think it brings out more everything. It's just like it just opens way up.
Yeah, I smell more butterscotch and I smell less pie crust, but I also, I think, smell more spice, especially more clove
Right.
with the water in there.
The Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 1, which they think this is a really high corn. It's like 90% corn.
Oh, wow.
It's 90% corn.
Yeah.
It's only like 6 or 7% rye, and then the rest is malted barley. But I'm getting enough.
It's a lot of baking spice for a high corn.
I know
But
that's
carry on.
and I'm with you on that. I'm surprised I'm getting so much spice out of it.
Yeah. that, Russ, is well deserved of your high praise
I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
of
Yeah.
this particular label. I think Russ has said that this, if I remember right, you've said that this is your holy grail.
It's one of my favorites, absolute favorite.
I think it's crazy. Like, I appreciated it at first, but just those 3 drops, like, all of a sudden, I'm like, maybe this
Yeah.
is one of the best that
Right.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
If you actually found this in the Buffalo Trace gift shop, you could buy it for about $40. By the time it gets retail and people start jacking things up, it's 80 or 90 or 100. Really, it's a value at
If
$40.
someone brought this to me and said they spent $40 on that bottle, I would tell them they are a dirty liar.
Yeah.
That bottle is
Yeah,
way
for
better
sure.
than $40 would
Right.
say.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's why people get 80.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why. Yes, that's why. I will say that
And that's
now.
probably what I paid for that. I don't remember. I've had that a long time.
Yeah.
Despite the fact it wasn't open, I've had it a long
It
time.
happens.
But I think I probably paid about 80 for it. Somewhere down in Kentucky. And in fact, we were just, Dan and I were, my buddy Dan and I were in Florida 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they just opened a Total Wine just around the corner from where we were staying, and we went in there. And he bought a bottle of that, I think, for $70, but you could only buy one. And you could only buy one of that. They had Blanton's and they had, something else sitting there.
Did you get in on the tweak thing at Full House?
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Beer. It's a beer, not any other reference to anything. It's Avery out in Colorado makes a beer called Mephistopheles, which is a big, 13 or 17% imperial stout, something like that. Barley's took me to the first Brewvival down in Charleston, and Avery was there, and they had a beer at the time called Meth Addict.
Love it.
And it was Mephistopheles barrel aged with coffee beans. And I walked in, I was like, that's where I'm going. That's my first beer of the day. So we were with Barley's, so we got the royal treatment, got to get early and whatnot. But I walk over, God rest. I walk over, I'm like, Meth Addict, and they poured it up for me. And I walked away and smelled it and took a sip, and I went, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. that moment is when it happened. So apparently Meth Addict was offensive.
Huh? Why?
So they changed the name and called it Tweak.
So
Which-
much
Which is,
less.
so
Which
much better.
apparently is
So
just
much
fine.
better. So much better.
But when that beer came back around in South Carolina, I was at Full House. I ordered a 6th of it. It remains the most expensive beer I've ever purchased as a purveyor. And I remember going on Facebook and saying, we just put up this beer called Tweak. It's a bourbon barrel aged, or I'm sorry, a barrel aged, coffee aged imperial stout. It's 18%, I think is what they said. It is $10 for a 9-ounce pour. You can have only one. You're welcome. We sold out of that keg in 3 days.
Wow.
I was so proud. People, I had a group of probably 13 of my friends that came out the first day and took over one of the side rooms. Like, Tweak for everybody.
Nice.
So when you say you can only buy one, I get you.
Yeah.
You have to manage your expectations.
Nobody knows exactly it has to be aged at least 4 years because it's bottled in bond. Rumors are that it's aged about 7. And I would tend to think, yes, that's
It would make sense
It's so
to me.
it's
Ooh.
so nicely resolved that I would say that that's probably
Ooh,
true.
just
Extremely impressive.
goodness. I just took a big sip and got all of the clove and nutmeg. Now it's lingering with caramel, like I just ate a freaking some sort of a weird mix of saltwater taffy and caramel.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh my goodness,
Yeah, this is one of the best I've ever had.
that is so
Yeah,
damn
it
much
is.
fun.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
I marked up your bottle.
That's all right. I don't care.
That's what she said.
I don't
This,
care.
Don't mind me.
Anything else?
More euphemisms? I don't know. I don't have any yet, but I'll work on it.
I'm like beyond flabbergasted with this. This is
Flabbergasted. When was the
Which
last
is-
time you heard that?
Not a euphemism.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
So damn lucky.
Ooh, look
See
at
you
this.
next time.
Friggin' tied like champs.